What are you doing?
No. Don't.
What's going on?
Don't.
I'm not doing anything.
Don't. I don't like it. It's not funny. Don't.
Oh, you have it. Go on.
Thank you. Jealous.
Yeah, we used to do that when we were kids.
What, would ya?
Yeah.
So did we.
Really? Oh. Look at that sky, eh?
Lovely. Leave it. Come on, let's go. Quick, we're going.
Wait for me.
Quick.
Hang on.
It began really in the kitchen of Carol's house. Carol is my partner, and we were discussing one night, well, all kinds of things, you know, as we would, you know, over a bottle of wine, and we just kind of stumbled on the subject of, not the Ouija board as such, but how when we were both teenagers, we both had these groups of friends. I mean, she lived in the Midlands, I was in the Northwest, different groups of friends, but we both groups did this Ouija board thing. And I said that I was always convinced that somebody was pushing the glass. And she said, yeah, I had exactly the same feeling, you know. And as the conversation kind of developed, I said, well, why don't we give it a go, you know, and I felt a bit foolish doing that. Because I actually thought we'd be sat there for God knows how long, you know, asking, is there anybody there? And with a stationary glass. But I thought, well, the whole thing with me was just the idea of giving it a go and promising each other that neither one of us would influence the movement of the glass at all. So we cut out the letters, put them in a circle, and did a little yes and no at opposite ends. Put our fingers on the glass and asked the, you know, the inevitable question, is there anybody there? And eventually the glass started to move, and so I immediately looked at Carol and said, you're pushing it. And she looked at me and said, no, you're pushing it. Anyway, after we'd promised each other, we reassured each other that we were not pushing, at least consciously. There was enough movement and enough response to the questions I was asking to make us do it again. You know, the interest was there. There was something about the experience that, after we'd actually both reassured the other person that we were not pushing that glass, I really wanted to do it again to see if it was the same, if it could develop from there, and so we gave it another go, and the next time we did it, it was even better, and the time after that, it was, I think it was the third time, it was absolutely fantastic. It was beyond anything I could ever have imagined. The speed, the fluency, the clear sentences that were being spelt out, and spelt out in response to my questions, and it was fantastic. It was an incredibly moving and powerful time. In fact, that third time was on New Year's Eve, 1993. I was completely blown away by it as it was happening, and it actually spelt out Happy New Year, and seconds later the car horns were going, the ship at the docks were sounding their hooters, their sirens, whatever. And we were not even paying any attention to the clock. So it was a profound moment.